Welcome to the Deep Dive. We plunge into some really fascinating material, hoping to unearth, surprising insights.
Exactly.
And today, we're cracking open the Equinox. It's this unique publication from the early 20th century.
Right, quite the piece of work.
Think of it as a review, a really intense one, of scientific Illuminism, which was this movement trying to apply, almost scientific methods to spirituality, magic, human potential, that sort of thing.
A bold combination.
Yeah. So our mission today is just to pull out some of its most thought-provoking bits for you. Ready?
Let's dive in.
Okay, let's kick things off with something that shows how art can really, really split opinions. A literary puzzle, almost.
Oh.
We found this review of Victor B. Neuburg's poetry, The Triumph of Pan, and the critics, just wildly divided.
Not uncommon, but how divided?
Well, some were calling him a poet to be reckoned with. They loved his pagan glamour.
Okay, high praise.
But then others just slammed it, called it poppycock.
Poppycock.
Yeah, and literary rioting. One reviewer even said, fortunately, there are the police.
Wow. That's quite a reaction to poetry.
It is.
And I think what's really insightful there is how polarizing it was. It shows that art, especially when it gets into these, let's say, esoteric or unconventional areas, it can hit a nerve. It provokes these incredibly strong conflicting feelings. Fear, maybe. Fascination.
Yeah, like lifting a veil on something society wasn't quite ready for.
Exactly. Kind of litmus test for the cultural boundaries of the time.
That makes sense. Art stirring up those undercurrents. Okay, so speaking of deep symbolic systems, the Equinox goes right into the Qabalah. This ancient mystical system for, understanding the universe through symbols and connections.
Like a complex framework.
And one method they discuss is Gematria, finding meaning in the numerical values of words.
Ah, yes, the number connections.
For instance, the Hebrew word akkad, meaning unity,
Okay.
and ahiba, which means love. Numerically, they both add up to 13.
Interesting. Unity and love sharing a number.
And it gets maybe even more surprising.
How so?
Well, the word Messiah, Mashiach, and serpent, Nachash,
Okay.
both come out to 358.
358, Messiah and Serpent. That's unexpected.
Right. It suggests this profound, maybe counterintuitive link. Redemption and this ancient symbol, hinting at duality or transformation, perhaps.
It's definitely not just a coincidence within that system. And the Qabalah also maps out the tree of life, this diagram of creation and different worlds.
Including the world of shells.
Yes, the Qliphoth, often seen as an abode for negative forces or imbalances.
That's a whole universe in itself, but it wasn't presented as infallible, was it?
No, not at all. And that's fascinating, too. Even within the Equinox, some of these Kabbalistic links, these correspondences, are called mere silliness.
Huh. Self-critical.
Very. And there's this warning. You have to know truth before you can rely on the Qabalah to show truth.
So it's not like a simple instruction manual. You need discernment.
Precisely. That internal critique is key. It's saying, don't just follow the symbols blindly. Test it against your own inner validated experience. True understanding comes from within.
Which makes it feel more, robust.
Yeah.
Even with all the mysticism.
I think so. Okay, so shifting gears a bit from ancient codes.
Where to next?
The Equinox also digs into mind training, drawing from Buddhist philosophy.
Ah, the practical side.
Yeah. It talks about Sankháras, basically our deep-seated mental habits, our tendencies.
Okay.
And it likens mental concentration, samadhi, this state of deep focus, to the raw power of an engine. Powerful, but needs direction.
So self-mastery is like being the engineer.
Exactly, like an engineer carefully adjusting the parts. There's a great analogy they use for taming the restless mind.
Oh, yeah.
The restless calf tied to a post.
Okay, I can picture that.
Eventually, the calf that's your mind just gets tired of struggling. It realizes it's futile and settles down.
So acceptance, almost.
Acceptance of the boundary, yes. But the core idea isn't just passive calming. It's about actively cultivating the opposites of negative tendencies.
Right, you mentioned that. Like anger.
You systematically replace it with thoughts of pity or love through focused meditation. It's an intentional transformation.
That feels very hands-on, very practical for inner work. Okay, finally, the journal gets into some pretty intense stuff, right? Esoteric training.
It does. It reveals details about training within the AA, which was this quite secretive magical order, very structured.
Right, and probationers, the beginners, were told to work alone.
Yeah, the idea was to fortify the fit and eliminate the unfit. A strong emphasis on self-reliance, maybe even isolation in that early stage.
And the practices.
Rigorous. Physical things like asana-specific postures, pranayama breath control, and mental work like visualizing God forms, identifying with divine archetypes.
Sounds demanding.
Extremely. And some meditations described are vivid. There's one from a text called Liber HHH. It describes being bitten by a serpent, then healed by an eagle, leading to this death-like pang and then a feeling of resurrection.
Whoa. That's intense imagery.
Very. And it comes with a serious warning.
What kind of warning?
That this intense concentration, if not handled correctly, could lead to a specific kind of samadhi that in this context is actually to be feared and shunned.
Feared. Usually samadhi is seen as a goal.
In the specific warning, yes. Or it could even trigger acute delirious melancholia. So mental breakdown, essentially.
So profound transformation was the goal, but the path was clearly seen as having real, significant psychological dangers.
Absolutely. High stakes.
So from polarizing poetry and art to these ancient number codes linking Messiah and serpent to disciplined Buddhist mind training techniques, and then these, frankly, perilous esoteric practices. The Equinox really opens a window onto some diverse quests for knowledge, for self-mastery.
A real spectrum of human endeavor.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What unexplored territories might be waiting inside your own mind and spirit? And what extraordinary, maybe sometimes challenging revelations could surface if you decided to explore them?